Rain fell like broken promises through the electric haze of the Neon district. Kade Veylor pressed his back against the slick brick wall, feeling the vibration of bass-heavy music bleeding through from the clubs 3 blocks over. Pink and blue light bled across the puddles at his feet, reflected and refracted until the whole alley looked like a fever dream. The scar under his left eye, jagged, surgical, caught a sliver of gold neon from the flickering sign above, Lucky Dragon. Open 24/7. The sign had been lying for 3 years. His comlink buzzed. Then a voice, filtered and cold.
Bounties posted, Veylor. 20,000 creds. The Neon Warlord wants you breathing. Barely.
Kade killed the link. 20,000. That was blood money. The kind that brought out every 2-bit merc and chrome-addicted enforcer in the district. He exhaled slowly, vapor curling from his lips. Somewhere in the distance, sirens wailed, cop drones chasing ghosts they'd never catch. A shadow moved at the mouth of the alley, then another. Kade's hand drifted to the blade at his hip. Old steel. No glow, no tech, just sharp.
I told you, the Warlord doesn't walk these streets. He haunts them.
The shadows didn't answer. They never did. They came fast. 3 mercs in chrome syndicate colors. Black leather, silver threading, optics that glowed faint red in the dark. The first one had a plasma cutter revving in his hand, the blade humming with superheated light. Kade moved before the merc's finger left the trigger. His boot caught the edge of a metal railing, launching him sideways as the plasma cutter slashed through the space where his neck had been. Sparks screamed off the railing. Neon reflections danced across the merc's faceplate as Kade's blade found the soft joint between helmet and collar. The merc dropped. The second one raised a compact railgun, but Kade was already inside his reach. Elbow to the jaw, twist, disarm. The gun clattered into a puddle, fizzing as water met heatsink.
You should have stayed dead, Veylor.
Kade's eyes, cold, empty, met his.
I tried. Death wouldn't have me.
The scattershot roared. Kade rolled, came up low, and drove his blade through the merc's thigh. The man screamed and collapsed, clutching the wound as blood mixed with neon-tinted rain. Kade stood, breathing hard, and looked down at the 3 bodies.
Tell whoever sent you, I'm not interested.
The hologram flickered to life like a ghost materializing from static. 10 feet tall, projected across crumbling brick and rust-streaked metal. A figure in a mask, smooth, featureless, made of shifting light that pulsed between violet and gold. The edges glitched, fracturing like broken glass before reforming. The voice that came through was wrong, distorted, like broken neon given a tongue.
Neon belongs to those who can survive its burn.
Kade's blood went cold, the mask tilted as if studying him through the projection.
At dawn, the district will be cleansed. The weak will fall. The worthy will rise.
The hologram glitched again, harder this time, and for just a split second, Kade saw the framework beneath the light. Military-grade holo emitters, quantum-locked encryption, pulse modulation patterns he'd seen before. Because he'd helped design them, the Warlord's voice crackled one last time.
Run, Veylor, or stay and burn. Either way, you are already ash.
The hologram collapsed into static and vanished. Kade stood alone in the alley, rain streaming down his face, staring at the empty wall. Damn it. Lyra Knox's workshop was buried 3 levels below the Neon district, accessible only through a service tunnel that smelled like burnt copper and regret. Kade knocked twice, paused. Once more. The door hissed open. Lyra stood in the doorway, arms crossed, her short dark hair slick with machine oil. Her eyes, one natural brown, one cybernetic silver, narrowed when she saw him.
Number?
Lyra.
No. Whatever you're about to ask, the answer is no.
Kade stepped inside anyway. The workshop was a chaos of half-built drones, scattered circuit boards, and holographic blueprints floating mid-air. Lyra's fingers twitched, and the door sealed behind him.
The Neon Warlord. You heard the broadcast?
Everyone heard it. And everyone with half a brain is getting out of the district. You should too.
They're using old military tech. Pulse modulation. Quantum encryption.
Lyra's hand paused mid-solder.
How old?
Grave arcfall.
She set the soldering iron down slowly.
That's impossible. All Arcfall tech was scrapped after the wars. Classified. Buried.
Not all of it. The Warlord has the pulse core.
Lyra turned to face him fully now, her cybernetic eye dilating as it processed.
If they activate that thing in the middle of the district,
Half the city fries. Maybe more.
Silence. Just the hum of machines and the distant drip of water. Lyra exhaled through her teeth.
if they activate that thing in the middle of the district,
Half the city fries. Maybe more.
Silence. Just the hum of machines and the distant drip of water. Lyra exhaled through her teeth.
you built the blueprint. Now you're the only one who can stop it.
Kade looked at her, really looked. Saw the old scars on her hands, the faint burn mark on her collarbone from the last job they'd worked together. The one that went wrong. The one that ended them.
Then I guess I'm going back to hell.
Lyra grabbed her gear harness from the wall.
Good, because I'm coming with you.
The neon spire rose from the heart of the district like a blade of light. 200 stories of glass, steel, and cascading digital waterfalls that shifted colors every 7 seconds. Pink to blue, blue to gold, gold to violet. An endless loop of beauty and menace. Kade and Lyra stood at the base looking up.
So, standard.
Standard suicide, yeah.
They moved. Lyra hacked the service entrance while Kade kept watch. The door slid open with a soft hiss, and they slipped inside, into a vertical labyrinth of catwalks, platforms, and shimmering light. The first drone spotted them on level 40. It shrieked, an electronic scream, and opened fire. Kade dove behind a support beam as pulse rounds chewed through metal. Lyra's fingers danced across her wrist-mounted console, sending a feedback loop into the drone's targeting system. It spun wildly, crashed into the wall, and exploded.
You said there'd be fewer drones.
Lyra grappled to the next platform.
I like. Move.
They fought their way up, level by level, drone by drone. Kade's muscles burned, his breath came in ragged gasps, but he didn't stop, couldn't stop. At level 80, the laser grids activated. Red light crisscrossed the air like a web of death. Lyra pulled out a refraction emitter and aimed it at the nearest node. The lasers bent, twisted, created a gap just wide enough.
Go.
Kade ran, jumped, rolled through the gap as the lasers snapped back into place behind him. They reached the top. The chamber was a cathedral of light. Veins of neon, blue, pink, violet, pulsed through the walls like living arteries. In the center, suspended in a field of crackling energy, hung the pulse core. A sphere of black metal and glowing circuitry, humming with power that made Kade's teeth ache. And standing before it, arms spread wide, was the Neon Warlord, taller than Kade remembered, armored in segmented plates that shifted with the light. The mask, that mask of pure, shifting luminescence. The voice, when it came, was no longer distorted. It was calm, human, familiar.
Hello, brother.
Kade's world stopped. The Warlord reached up, slowly, deliberately, and removed the mask. Beneath it was a face Kade hadn't seen in 7 years, Rian, his younger brother, the one who'd been on the front lines during the Arcfall Wars, the one who'd been caught in the blast zone when the orbital station collapsed, the one Kade had left behind because the evac shuttle couldn't carry both of them, the one Kade thought was dead.
You left me to burn.
Kade's throat closed.
I thought you were Ash.
Rian smiled. It didn't reach his eyes.
I was, and then I rebuilt myself, piece by piece, circuit by circuit, with this.
His hand moved to the activation console.
Don't!
Kade lunged forward. Rian's shock gauntlet met him halfway, a crackling fist of electricity that sent Kade sprawling. He rolled, came up with his blade, and the two brothers collided in the center of the chamber, blade against gauntlet, steel against light. Every strike was rage, every block was grief.
I waited for you. I waited in the fire, and you never came back.
Rian slammed Kade into a support pillar. Neon veins cracked beneath the impact.
I couldn't. The shuttle was full. I had seconds,
You had a choice.
and I've hated myself for it every damn day since.
They broke apart, breathing hard. Behind them, Lyra was at the pulse core, fingers flying across the console.
Kate, I can divert it, but you have to keep him off me.
The core's hum grew louder, higher. The walls began to shake. Rian's eyes, wild, burning, locked onto Kade.
This ends with you walking out, or with no city at all.
Rian's gauntlet flared to life.
Then let it burn.
They charged. The window behind them shattered. Neon rain blew in, mixing with blood and sparks. Kade blocked, struck, blocked again. His vision blurred, his muscles screamed. But he didn't stop, because Lyra needed time. Because the city needed time. Because maybe, just maybe, he could still save his brother. Rian's gauntlet caught him across the jaw. Kade hit the floor, tasted copper. The core's hum became a scream.
Defeated, bleeding, emotional. Rian, I'm sorry.
Rian stood over him, gauntlet raised for the killing blow. For a moment, just a heartbeat, something flickered in his eyes. Something human.
Don't be.
The chamber erupted in neon light. Kade woke to the sound of sirens. He was on a rooftop. The spire was gone, just a smoking crater where it had stood. Lyra was beside him, her jacket scorched, her cybernetic eye flickering but functional.
You're alive.
Unfortunately.
She helped him sit up. The sun was rising over the neon district, painting the smoke in shades of gold and crimson.
Rian?
Lyra shook her head.
Nobody. The blast consumed everything in the core chamber.
Kade closed his eyes. They sat in silence as the city woke around them. Then, on the skyline, projected across a dozen buildings, a hologram flickered to life. The Neon Warlord's mask. Reforming, glitching, alive. A voice, not Rian's, but something else, something colder, echoed across the district.
Round 2. This is far from over, Veylor.
Kade stared at the rising sun, bleeding but alive, as neon light danced across his scarred face.
Yeah, I figured.